Welcome, everybody. We are gathered here to talk about CHIP-42 protected single-sided offers from our guest of honor, Brandon Hagstrom, aka Rigidity. Brandon, how are you doing? You want to walk us through this chip?
Well, sure. Um, yeah, essentially this chip provides a way for wallets to securely make and accept offers that only have one side. So normally when you make an offer, you are both offering and requesting a set of assets and they can exchange for each other. And the way that is secured is they use announcements to basically assert that one side paid the other. If you omit one of the sides of the offer, though, it makes it insecure for reasons we'll get into. But this chip provides an alternative method for taking these offers that will prevent these kinds of attacks and allow use cases such as you can give away an NFT inside of an offer file, and whoever can scan the offer file and accept it will receive the NFT. You can also potentially do invoices where you give someone an offer file that requests some asset with nothing in exchange.
All right. So there's plenty of use cases for giving something away and not getting anything back in an offer, and typically that's not secure, and this is one way to make it secure. So, how does this make it secure?
Right, so um, without
Or
the announcement,
Or you could say, why is it not secure normally?
right? Yeah, when you there's this puzzle called a settlement layer, which essentially anyone can spend this puzzle, and it outputs a create coin condition based on what's in the input. It also emits an announcement that can be asserted by other puzzles. So if you have two sides on the offer, you're basically creating a the maker is spending their coins to create a settlement coin, which has this special settlement puzzle. Um, and then they are basically including something in the spend bundle that says, "Hey, I would like this asset in return." And they are actually asserting an announcement from the settlement puzzle that ensures that they are actually paid the thing that they're requesting in order to complete their side of the trade. So if that announcement is never made, they will never actually spend their coins. And on the flip side, the taker is spending their coins to create a settlement puzzle, which is then spent. And that announcement that's created is the same one that the maker is asserting. Um, they are also asserting an announcement from the maker's coin. That way, if the maker's side is removed from the transaction, the taker will not pay their side either. So both of these announcements going each way prevents the offer from being manipulated by someone, such as a farmer or anyone observing the mempool. They can't replace by fee the transaction and mess with it. If you don't have one of the sides of the offer, then that side that is asserting the announcement isn't there, meaning that if the payment were to be changed by anyone, uh, to say send the funds to a different address, it would still go through. There's nothing stopping it from going through if it's changed. So we need a way to prevent the um, offer from being modified, even though the maker doesn't actually have any assertions. So the way that this is done is when you're taking the offer, instead of sending a payment directly to yourself, you're going to create an intermediate coin and spend that. And that intermediate coin is going to make the assertions that the maker would have. Um, so that way, if this intermediate coin uh, is present, it will prevent the transaction from going through if the payment is changed. But we still need a way to prevent the intermediate coin from being removed from the transaction by someone modifying the spend bundle. So we use BLS signatures for this. They have a property where if you take two BLS signatures and aggregate them together into a single one, without having either of the two signatures you started with, there's no way to split them apart. Um, so we use this property by taking your signature and aggregating it with this intermediate one before submitting the spend bundle. So that in the mempool, you have a single signature which represents both of these coins being spent, and they can't be split apart, which prevents the spend bundle from being modified at all because that intermediate coin asserts that the payment is made.
All right. Thanks for that rundown. Yak, do you do something similar to that with the bridge?
Yes, this technique has been in production since the bridge launched. It's just that instead of the wallet, the site accepts your offer in the bridge case.
Okay. So this seems like a really solid way of doing it. It's already been tested. And so I guess the point of having a chip would be just so others can use the same technique in their own applications.
Yep. Right now, like I've implemented this into Sage, and you can make and take single-sided offers. But the concern is that if you make one of these single-sided offers inside of Sage and go over to a different wallet, like let's say Pocket or Ozone doesn't support this yet, and you try to accept the offer there, there is a chance that someone in the mempool could change the offer because there's this protection in this chip isn't in place in those wallets. So I'm creating this chip as a way to document this technique and provide a reference implementation so that other wallets and apps can integrate this as well. Um, I also think that if an app doesn't want to support this because it's too much work or they don't see the point, they can do that, but I think it's best to prevent people from taking these offers if they aren't secure.
Yeah, totally. Um, I guess the concern would be they don't realize it's not secure
Mhm.
if they're using a wallet that doesn't implement this.
Yeah,
Um,
potentially there should be a warning as well when making the offer that it should only be taken in a wallet that supports it.
right. That's probably a good idea. And then I wonder maybe there's other ideas to mitigate the risk there because that'd be outside the scope of the chip, I guess.
Yeah, and I believe some wallets actually already allow you to both create and accept these offers insecurely. So I wouldn't say that this chip is necessarily introducing any additional risk other than the fact that it is making this more widely known as a possibility to do.
Right. Probably the main thing preventing people from stealing the money is they don't realize that these are insecure or nobody's figured this out yet. And a sophisticated monitor of the mempool could do this at any point. So
Yep.
probably a good idea just to get this out there so that everyone knows how to secure their single-sided offers.
Mhm.
On that note, you said you had a demo for us in Sage.
Yep.
Let's
Uh,
run that.
cool. Sure. Okay, there we go. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Cool. Yep. So see, is this confirmed? Yeah. Okay. So when you're making an offer, um, normally you would, have two sides of the offer. You'd offer something and request another thing. Um, but instead of this, you can just only put in the offering side. So if I want to give uh 10 of these tokens away for free, you just don't fill out the requesting side, and you can optionally add a fee or even make it expire. Uh, Create the offer, and you can't upload this to Dexy. If you did, this offer would be leaked to everyone, and they would be able to take it. Basically, anyone you give this offer to can accept it for free and get the funds that you're offering. So this button doesn't even work. Um, Looks like it says it's expired, but if I paste it and take it, it should work. Um, I'm sending it to myself. And there we go.
Huh. Any idea why it said expired?
I think it's just a display issue,
Oh,
but yeah, that's pretty simple. All of the work to implement this chip is happening behind the scenes. Um, so if you had this offer inside of a QR code, uh, without being able to scan the QR code physically, there's no way to take the offer.
okay. And you said that that sharing button was just disabled, which is which is good because it'd be really easy to accidentally go, oh, whoops, I shouldn't have shared that.
Yeah, I should probably hide it as well, but
Right. But that's really seamless.
yeah, and the other side of single-sided offers is you can create an offer where you're requesting something, but you're not offering anything. This also works. So you shouldn't put a fee in if you're doing that. Um, there we go. That one doesn't show as expired. That's good. Yep. So if I face this, I am just sending to the other side. And that also should work. Yep. So I'm just sending 10. And there we go.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, so originally in the chip I had mentioned that invoice offers were also unprotected, but it turns out even with the existing offer implementation that all the wallets have, this should be fine to do as is.
You mean where you're requesting something?
Yep, where you're requesting with nothing being offered.
Okay.
Because anyone can pay it, but you don't really care if someone else pays the offer instead of the taker.
That's true. And they can't change what they're paying.
Now, I guess one potential uh, thing that people might have different opinions on is how these invoice offers are taken. Currently, it just uses the regular offer standard, but it would be theoretically possible to have a different implementation where it looks at the offer, sees the requested payment, but instead of going through the offer system, it just directly sends to that address because that would be more efficient to do. So if people have ideas on that, let me know.
Yeah, that's fair. Your offer where you're requesting something, it's almost like a messaging, like you're sending out a beacon. Please pay me something.
Yeah, it's like a glorified receive address and amount pair.
Yeah, right. It's just being broadcast everywhere.
Yeah, and these you should be able to upload to Dexy, I believe, if they support it.
Okay, great. As a
Yeah, but I think
side, as a side note, Sage is looking really good.
yeah, I think the main utility of single-sided offers is going to be giving away NFTs in person.
Yeah, that's true. So you go to a party, meet someone who doesn't know about Chia, get them to
Mhm.
download a wallet, they can scan your QR code and then just get a NFT super easily
Yep.
without giving you their address, I guess.
Yeah, and they don't have to pay any fees either. You can actually include the fees inside of the offer when you're making it.
Oh yeah.
So it doesn't require them to go to a faucet or buy XCH beforehand, which is really nice.
Yeah, that's really smooth. All right. Anybody have questions or comments? Just go ahead and speak, Yak.
Yeah, so I guess another aspect that didn't really have get mentioned is that this is also a good way to extend wallet functionality in a way. So by asking the wallet for a one-sided offer, you can then have the browser take that offer and do custom spends with the coins. So for example, the app could ask for 5xch. You upload the one-sided offer, you know that that's all the app is going to have access to. And then I don't know, it gets deposited in a liquidity pool or it gets swapped. And using this intermediary custody puzzles allows the bundle to be secure as well. That's it. Another functionality.
Okay. Is that something you want to add to the chip, Brandon?
Yeah, I could probably add that as a mention.
Sounds good. I mean, otherwise, this seems pretty straightforward. It's already working. We can
Yep.
certainly put the chip in review and move it forward.
Cool.
So good job on it. And last chance, anybody have anything they want to add?
I just thank you for your time to create this chip and get it out there as a secure way to do POABs and other type of single-sided offers.
Oh yeah, you could get this out there for Toronto, the meetup coming up. Put some
Wink, wink,
QR
nod,
codes.
nod.
QR codes on every chair.
Yeah, I'm sure the a lot of people will go and we'll probably do something.
Everybody will come home with a bag of goodies.
Bag of QR codes and NFTs in their wallet.
Yep, yep.
Yep.
All right. Well, thanks for showing us this chip,
Thank you.
and see you guys later.
Catch you later.
Have a great day, all.